So to start out with, I'm taking my e.l.f. eyelid primer, and this is just the nude one. My labeling has rubbed off, so I don't actually know what the name of it is, but it's a nude colour, so yeah. Just patting that in with my finger. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm taking my Models Prefer Shadows palette, this one here, and I'm going to dust all over the lid. Actually no, before I do that, something I wish I had have done when I did my Queen of Hearts makeup was to apply a base colour all over my lid, because it just would have made it blend so much easier. So taking my Biscotti eyeshadow, this is by Inatural, and it is just a, I don't know why it's not focusing, there we go, it's just a light, I don't know, beige colour. Taking a massive brush just to get the job done quickly. So applying that to my eyes. Just like so. Now going into my shadows palette, and I'm taking the colour, oh god, which one did I use? I think I took the colour Glow, which is that shade there. It's a shimmery beigey type colour with a little bit of brown and purple in it. Again, just using a big fluffy brush because it just gets the job done so much quicker if you're in a rush especially. Now going in with matte brown, I'm going into my Napoleon Perdis Mums The Word palette and taking this lighter brown here. And this is going to go into my crease just a little bit above because I've got hooded eyes, and just bring it all the way around. Now going in with the darker brown matte shade and bringing this around, kind of like a cut crease, but I will be blending this out. This is just to darken up, well, the eye. Now for a red, I don't actually have a red colour, so I found this one works quite well. It is a blush. This is the closest shade I have to red, but because it's a little bit darker it works well anyway. This is my Estee Lauder Pure Colour eyeshadow palette, and this is what I'm taking. It is a kind of maroony toned reddy blush, and I did try this one when I did it on the day, and I ended up darkening it anyway, so yes, I like this colour. I think this works. So popping this where I put that brown shade, and then also popping this on the lower lash line, blending that colour out. I do want to darken it up just a little bit more, so I'm taking my Napoleon Perdis Colour Disc in Bittersweet Chocolate. This is one of my favourites against my Smashbox Full Exposure palette. They're both eyeshadows I use quite a lot. And also my Trench Coat by Napoleon Perdis, I use that as well. So just darkening the outer bit first. Blending it. Just going back and forth just to deepen it, and then blending it, because I've got a duo brush. This came with my Full Exposure palette, fluffy end, and then it's also got a dense, kind of like thick, flat end. I don't know how to describe that, but it just makes it so easy to just flip it around and distribute more colour. So yes, another good thing about the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. Awesome brush. Move on to eyeliner, and I had a really good eyeliner day yesterday, so I'm hoping that the eyeliner will be just as good today for this tutorial Get Ready With Me. So if you watched one of my recent videos, you will have seen that I picked up my Master Precise by Maybelline, and I haven't had this in ages, and I think this is part of the reason I had such good luck with my eyeliner yesterday, so I think I'm back in the groove of it. Alright, so definitely not as good as yesterday, and definitely not as even, and now I'm starting to doubt it. Nah, we're gonna keep going, and I'm now going to put on some, what is this? Eyeliner. I'm doing my tight line first. And now eyeliner on my waterline. I also wanted to mention, in one of my other videos, I was looking at it, I'm like, it just didn't look right, and I'd done this, and I realised I didn't darken the under bit enough for it to look nice. I think it's my peach lip, maybe, I can't remember what it's called, but just in case you realise, because I was looking at it like, it didn't look, I didn't realise what was wrong with it, but it's because I didn't darken the underneath area, and it just looked really funny. So I'm doing that today. I did it for my Queen of Hearts look yesterday as well. So I'm going back into the Estee Lauder palette and taking that brown again. And I'm going to smudge this underneath, and it makes it look so much better. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my look. It just didn't look right. Blending that out. Using that brown, I'm going to darken this bit again because I want it to be as dark as the bottom. And blend that, of course. And then I'm also going to blend some black along my lower waterline. So I'm taking the matte black from the Napoleon Perdis palette, Mum's a Word. And I'm taking a small pencil type brush for this. And I'm going to add a little bit of that black in a line up here. Just above my crease. And I'm going to blend it out. I'm just putting it there so I know where to put the colour so it'll show up. And going back in with that red from the Estee Lauder palette and putting that over the top to blend a little bit more. Moving on to mascara, and let me just find my mascara. So for mascara, I'm taking my Great Lash by Maybelline, my favourite. I just got a bit on my eye. I'll remove that with a cotton tip in a minute, but I am going to use my W7 Zoom mascara on my bottom lashes to give them some oomph. Now for what I would define as the main attraction, the highlighting. And this is what really makes the eyes pop. So I'm using the NYX Glam Shadow Stick in Yellow Diamond. It is a beautiful base for any glitters that you use that are gold. So I'm putting this on my inner corners. And bring it underneath just the inner bit of my eye. The eyeshadow I'm putting over the top is from the Models Prefer Bronzer in Million Bucks, and I use this shade here, which you can see I've hit pan on it. Don't care about most of the other shades. I have used them a few times, but this is my favourite. So that's just going to go over the top of that. I'm also going to take that on my, underneath my brow. I'm not putting the Yellow Diamond as a base though, because I want the inner corners to pop a little bit more than the brow highlight. Still looks good though. So that is the eyes done. Now to move on to the face. So for the face, I've already done my highlighting and contouring. Actually no, I've done my contouring, not my highlighting. So I'm now going to move on to blush. Now the blush I took was, is took a word? I don't even know. The blush I used was a blush that I got in my Last Have It, I think. And it is this here. It's the Glamouflage Sultry Sophie Lip Cheek Stain. And I don't know the brand. Is the brand Glamouflage? I don't know. It is a cheek tint and it is in a red type shade. It does come up more pink on the cheeks though. So I do go over this with another powder, but this is so beautiful. I really like it. I'll show you. So I took my Napoleon Perdis Mosaic Flushing Powder. This is in the colour Flushing. And it is beautiful. I think I mentioned I don't pull this out as much because it's more of like a orangey pink. And I thought it would be a hot pink. And in store it looked really nice, but when I got it home I was just like, it's not the best. But I use this over the top of my cheeks. So that's what I'm going to do. And then taking some powder and just going over the top of that to blend it more into my cheek. For lips, I had taken a darker red lip liner, and this is the CK Calvin Klein lip liner in the colour Ruby. Well, that's just great. I just realised I had food in my teeth, so I hope you guys didn't see that the entire time. I did actually eat some noodles before this, so there's green in my teeth. That's foul. I can't believe I've been filming with that, but whatever. Then for a lipstick over the top, taking a Velour Lips by Stylist, and this is in the colour NYC. This is the red. I am going to go back and highlight my Cupid's bow. I normally do this. Just going to take my finger for this. And I also popped some on my actual lips. And I actually do think that my face was a little bit more bronzed than it is, because it's looking a little bit flat. So I'm just going to go back and do a little bit more contouring. It may seem like a lot, and on camera it may seem like it's really harsh, but I used quite a lot of it yesterday. So I'm just taking my AC on Tour palette by Stylist. One more thing I'm going to do, actually no, two more things. I also put a love heart on my forehead. You can still kind of see the redness from that because it didn't come off. But I used my Velour Lips to do just a heart on my head. Just as like a final touch. I am going to quickly darken my eyebrows while I'm waiting for that to dry so I can outline it. Okay, so I just darkened my eyebrows. I think it looks a lot better, to be honest. It works against the darker eyes. So yeah, now I'm going to outline the little love heart on my head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know if you would like any more kind of like costumey type looks. This was very subtle for a costumey look for me. I feel like this is very wearable. If you just take the heart off the noggin, then you know you basically got an everyday look if you like bold looks. But yeah, it is definitely wearable. So if you'd like any more like costumey type looks, I can definitely do that for you guys. Let me know in the comments below. And like this video if you did like it. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.